Hi, I'm Susie, and after living and travelling solo in my campervan Lucy for the last 3 years, travelling across 10 countries through Europe and beyond, I fell in love and bought an old abandoned house in Portugal, in the small village of Vieira de Leiria on the central west coast. My journey was an incredible, life-changing story, and I've even written a book, Let Go, Fly Free. Now it's time for a new challenge, to transform this old derelict house into a beautiful traditional sustainable Portuguese quinta. Follow me as I renovate the house and use permaculture principles to create a food forest and a sustainable, self-sufficient life.
Today, o que aconteceu hoje, amor? O que aconteceu hoje? So, we're cutting the rest of the wood that was on the top here. There's not much left here now. This is one of the jobs, and while he's busy cutting the wood, I am, while we still have shade here, because this roof is going to be coming off next, while there's still shade here, I am trying to dig out all of this, which is like old animal manure. Actually, that's the bit I've dug out already, but some of it, like here, is really hard. It's really hard to dig. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. And then we've got to move all of these stones that are here to somewhere else. That's what's happening today. So I always actually, I think if I could choose a job again, go back in time, I'd quite like to be an archaeologist. Someone who digs and finds exciting things. Well, I'm digging here and I'm finding all sorts of things. So I don't know what, this is just stone, I think. So this is just stones. But some of my other finds are just here, the metalwork, plastic, wood, old sacks. Just, yeah, I have a bit of fear of what I might find here. But yeah, it's, I'd say enjoyable work. That's quite interesting. So this is a really cool find. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's very sturdy. It's like it has a frame, which is very sturdy, and then it has like this is metal. And I'm wondering whether or not it was used for drying fruits or something like that in the sun. I don't know. So if anyone has any ideas what this was actually used for, I'm going to obviously keep it because it's a great frame. I'm not sure where it's going to be used just yet. But yeah, I love it when we can keep something and not quite sure what we're going to use it for, but knowing that it will be used for something cool in the future. Problema porque tu és preto, amor.
É o quê?
problema é porque tu és prata.
Não, pra mim não tem problema.
É
O
bom
importante é sair a coisa no chão aí, ó.
Ok. Eu acho que eu conheço isso aqui. Porque é muito concreto, tá? Muito isso. Onde, Mini?
Aqui, pode jogar.
Não precisa disso.
Está solto. Essas de cima aí tá tudo soltinho.
Não quero esse, like, isso. Coisa. Ok. Agora, onde, Mini?
Não, amor. Amor, presta atenção.
É.
Você tá jogando um em cima do outro e elas estão quebrando. Então, você não consegue ver onde é que tu joga, aí joga aqui, ó, vendo aonde vai cair. Isso, pega ela agora, tá vendo? Quando tu faz assim, cai um em cima do outro e quebra. Isso. Aí tu pega e joga onde é que tu quer.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh, amor, it's so
Bom.
good!
Gostou?
High five, high five!
Gostou?
Ah,
Gostou?
gostou, muito bom trabalho, amor. What do you think?
Muito bom. Agora, livre. Uau.
Muito bom.
Abraço, meu amor.
Não, tu és muito suja. Vá. Vini! So I wanted to show you what has been achieved this week, and as you can see, all of this roof has gone now. We've just left the beams at the moment. These ones here, I'm gonna leave these because I think this will look nice with something growing up and over it. So I'm leaving that how it is. And we need to clear all these stones. Well, they're stones, are they? They're great big blocks from this area here. But as you can see, it's opened this whole area up to the back side. And here, because there's like so much of this concrete stuff here now, I'm not going to be using this area just here for planting. So I'm just going to spread all this out here, cover it with some of the terra that's here, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe you have some ideas what I could do with this area here. It's quite nice to sit here, has the shade of the tree here, so maybe I could, over the top of this horrible concrete stuff, put pebbles, something like that, and then make this like a seating area here to enjoy the last rays of the sun. I think that's quite a nice idea, and as you can see, yeah, it has shade too. And yeah, and then while we were doing this, like this area here now, just here, I think I am just gonna, I don't know, plant this out with something. Maybe this part here will be like herb garden, something like that. Maybe flowers. Haven't decided yet, but we've just left like this bit of wall here. One, because the ground here is higher than here, so it's you can see it's quite, I'm not sure if you can see, but it is quite a difference here, and I really want to level all that out here. So yeah, that was another reason really to just leave this wall here, but I think it's going to be like a nice, could be a nice feature here. Just imagine sitting here. So yeah, tell me some of your ideas, and that would be great to hear. This area here, which has now become like our wood store. So for all the wood that we think we could use for something in the future, it's all here. But here is like all the wood we have cut so that we have plenty of wood for the winter. I don't know if you can see the scale of it. It's actually, well, it's taller than me. So yeah, so to show you the scale of the wood pile, this is me. I'm 5'5". So yeah, let me stand in front of it, and you will see that it is like above my head. And it does fill me with a little bit of fear having so much wood here in one place, but it's away from the house, so if somehow it did catch fire, I'm sure it won't, but it's away from the house, which is one good thing. But yes, we have lots of wood to share. We also have lots of bricks that came from the wall, but when they're like here, it just doesn't seem enough. They do go back quite a long way, and it is as tall as me, but it doesn't seem quite enough to have come from this space over here. So we have a little project starting this morning, and that is to clear all the stones here And I'm not going to say too much about what we're going to do. I did mention it in my previous video that, yes, hopefully by the end of the day, this is going to look very different. And my job, actually, I have a job. I have got to use this because I couldn't buy one for the garden, Steve, so that I can put the stones in here and not take lots of this sand and put it over here where I don't actually want it. So this is my device. So let's see how it all goes. It looks like it's just 2 at a time because they are very heavy. Amor, é muito pesado?
Não,
Oh,
não muito.
they're not very heavy. Oh no, tres. I see 3 in there. So we're putting them just inside the storage area where I've made some space in there. Perfect. So we have cleaned this area up and have put some wood here to separate the 2 areas here. And we haven't quite yet finished securing the wood here. And really I do need to treat it, as it's going to be out in all the elements. Yes, but I was keen to just do the job, so I might regret that later, a later stage when I try and paint it with protector. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's kind of flat, which is just how I wanted it to be, secured by the wood at the back there. And yes, now for the exciting bit. I am going to open some of these guys and put them here. I know that I definitely haven't got enough, so I'm just gonna like do one end, maybe this end first, and see how it goes. So I've decided to use the sack material as a membrane rather than just put the stones straight on the top. And actually it's almost the perfect size. So it looks like that one sack is going to do like the sack size by the look of it anyway. Let me see. that's it. I've used the 5 sacks of stones that I bought, and I'm pretty happy with it actually. I think once the rest of it is done, I'm going to buy some small stones as well, because look, if you look closely, there's lots of gaps in between the big ones, and so I think, yeah, to have some little stones like this just to fill in between would make them look so nice. They're actually really pretty stones. I like them a lot. So that's a wrap for this week. I hope you enjoyed all the progress that we've made here, and I am excited to get this part of the garden finished for next week, and I'm sure we're going to get this finished and we'll be on to something else as well. So thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really does help my channel. So yeah, see you next week. Bye.